Yo, KUP!
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover, KUP Triple T. So here we are, and there they are, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging, and we have the usual kind of split packaging here for the G.I. Joe Transformers crossovers. We have one side looking like the old school Transformers box style, and on this side we have the old school looking G.I. Joe box art. Up top we have KUP, G.I. Joe. On this side we have G.I. Joe. On this side we have Transformers. Up the bottom, the crossovers logo, stuff and things and stuff, barcodes on the back of the box. We have some obligatory product shots, and we can split this down the middle. Get rid of that. We got a big Hasbro logo, G.I. Joe Transformers logo, G.I. Joe Transformers logo. On the box, on the back of the box, we have the top secret file here. Listen up, maggots! Cobra and the Cons are striking at us harder than ever, but they're gonna think twice after we whip you recruits into shape. Slaughterbot style trading starts at 0600. That's right, and that's basically it for the packaging. But wait, there's even more packaging because the Joes come in their own packages here. So here we have the packaging for Leatherneck again. Some nice kind of retro artwork going on there. It says Leatherneck right there. On the back, we do have this little bio card there that you can read in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. And we have the card for Sergeant Slaughter. He was never this jacked ever, but still, you know, it's fantasy. But there's Sergeant Slaughter again. Nice artwork, though. Very lovely artwork. And again, you have a little bio card if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. And now that is it for all of the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the Triple T KUP, and this is the next in the G.I. Joe Transformers crossovers line. And here we have Old Man KUP, as well as the two accompanying Joes. So first, let's take a look at our Joes. So first off, we have Leatherneck here, and both of these Joes come with their own little display stands. And we'll take a closer look here at that noggin. Pretty good looking head sculpt there. He's got the camo on. Got the vest. Got some grenades there. Some logoage. Holsters. The boots. Booty. Back. But nice looking Joe here, articulation wise. The neck is on a ball joint, so you get some wiggly waggly. He can look up, he can look down. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do that full 360 in and out. You got bicep rotation. 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. You do have that that O-ring waist there for that wiggly waggly, crunchage, whatever you want. You can pull them apart, do what you want. Legs can go forward that far, back only that far, outward that far. No thigh rotation. No, you do have 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and that is pretty much it for that. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his weapon right here. He's got his gun, just done in green, and it is a bendy material, and he can hold this in his hand. The one thing that does annoy me about these figures is that they don't have any wrist joint, and their hands are always like slightly angled out, and so there's never really a natural I don't know, they can never really hold this gun. They can never hold their guns in like a very natural way. That's kind of the best you can do there, but still, I don't know. I'm never really crazy about how these figures hold the weapons, but anywho, you also get a backpack there, just done all in green. Some nice detail, though. It's pretty good. And the backpack goes where backpacks usually do, right here on the back. Just plugs right in. There you go. He's got his backpack, and he can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And there's Leatherneck. And next we have one of the main selling points for me with this set is Sergeant Slaughter. That's right, which actually makes this a triple crossover because we got Transformers, we got G.I. Joe, and we have WWE since he is a, you know, WWE legend. So yeah, it's kind of a triple crossover when you think about it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. There it is. EmGo's. And yeah, that's definitely that's a Sergeant Slaughter head sculpt if I ever saw one. That big old square chin. Yeah, they pulled that off nicely. See his glasses there, just done in silver. He's got the hat. The hat is not removable. It's just molded in there. Got his whistle there. Tank top. His camo pants. Big boots there. Yeah. Hey, good looking Sergeant Slaughter here. Now, as far as accessories go for Sergeant Slaughter, you just get one. You just get a little beaten stick here. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be called, a baton or something, but still looks good. With a little bit of gold right up top. And you can just put this into his hands, like so. You can do some whacking. There you go. There you have Sergeant Slaughter. And moving on to the main events, here we have KUP. And let's get in close here so we can take a look at that old man crotch, at the old man noggin. Whoop, there it is. Now, I will say I'm not a fan of the head sculpt. It just, I don't know. It looks off to me. It looks like his face is just kind of like squished. Like, I don't know. His face just looks kind of squished. His chin is just like melding into his neck. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the head sculpt personally. But some nice silver paint on it. Nice bright blue there for the eyes. Overall, some nice cuppy coloration going on there. Coloration-wise, looks good. Just molding-wise, not a fan. It's okay. You got the USA right up front and center with the American flag, Autobot symbol there on the shoulder. You got the yellow there on the forearms. So it is maintaining the KUP color scheme in places. But then, of course, you have the alt mode coloration that comes into play as well. So that kind of alters things a bit. You got some silver there, stosies. And move up the back. Back of the legs aren't so bad, of course, with all these G.I. Joe Transformers crossovers. They all have just a lot of junk hanging off their backs. So you have those treads hanging off there. You can remove them. They are packed separately in the box. You can just pop these off if you really don't want them on. But then they're, will involve parts forming. But, totally up to you. As always, your toy. Display it however you wish. But, all in all, still pretty cool, despite my little grievances. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you. Well, the head is on a ball joint. You have wiggly-waggly, a little bit of wiggly-waggly. You can look up a little bit, can look down a lot, because you have the transformation hinge going on there. Head can do a full 360. Arms can rotate. A nice ratchet can do a full 360. Can move in and out. A lot of range of movement there. You got bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. You do have wrist rotation. You have ratcheted waist rotation. Legs can move forward that far. A nice ratchet. Get back. About that far. Outward. You can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have pretty much 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And as far as the feet, the toes cannot move up. They can move down due to transformation. And you have lots of ankle tiltage. Now, accessory-wise, we get a pair of missiles here, just cast in black, and we get a pair of blasters here, also cast in black. That's what you get for KUP. And he can hold these in his hands as handheld weapons, so he can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And if you want, there is storage for all of this stuff. You can plug the missiles right here, and you can take the guns and plug them into these ports right there. So you have your storage. Hooray for storage. And you also have storage for your Joes. You can take this section here, open it up, and bring it down. And I love how you have a little console there with the screen painted in blue. You got the keyboard there done in silver, a little bit of red as well. And you have two sets of posts here. And you can have Sergeant Slaughter and Leatherneck hitching a ride into battle. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with our other G.I. Joe crossovers, so you can see how that works out. And if you'd like a measurement to the top of KUP's head, he comes in at about 9¼ inches tall. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot motor. It looks pretty good, all things considered. One thing I will say is that this figure definitely feels the most solid out of all these G.I. Joe Transformer crossover figures we've gotten. I mean, he's not solid, but he definitely feels more solid than the other ones. The other ones have felt kind of flimsy, but KUP actually feels pretty good, pretty solid in my opinion. But anyway, let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring his arm up. You want to rotate the forearm in so the palm is facing you. And then take the hand there, it kind of unclips, and then bring it all the way down until it clips in this position. And leave it like that. Same thing on the other side. Bring that arm up, rotate, and bring. Tight clip too. Bring that down and step it into place like so. And then you lift one leg up to make it look like he's about to do crane technique. No, that's not it. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. Sorry. The actual next step is you take this whole chest assembly, untab it, and just shift that all forward. Once that is done, you're going to unhook this shoulder assembly. Just kind of pull it up a little bit and release it. Just bring it out to the side for now. And what we're going to do here is we are going to just tip his head forward so we can open this panel up, and then we are going to rotate his head around, and what's going to happen here is we're going to untab this whole section here, just some clips, and then we shift all this back, and this will in turn just bring the head down, bring all this back. Once you get to here, you close this panel up first, and then close this panel over it. So now we're going to take these treads and we're going to bring them back. You want to pull them out a little bit to bring them back. There's like a little tab that just goes into a notch in the armature here. So bring that back, and then you want to take the tread section itself and just rotate it around, and then bring this armature the rest of the way down so it's sitting like that. And second verse is just like the first, so just bring that back, and then just rotate this pretty much all the way around and bring it down so they are both sitting like that. So now you want to take the arms and just bring them down. Just work them around the treads here, bring that down, and just get those tucked in. And once you've done that, you want to take these treads and just shift them up and get that all lined up so it's sitting like that. Bring the other one up and get that all sitting nice and flush. And what you're going to do here is you have these tabs that are going to go into these slots right there. Just get that in place and just line that up. Why aren't you lining up? How dare you? How dare you? Disrespectful. Disrespect. Of course, everything fights you when the camera's on. There we go. There we go. Get those tabbed in. You will have to kind of bend the elbows out a little bit just to get everything lined up. But that's how you want that looking right there. So now for the legular region, you want to take this little bit right here. Just bring that all the way forward. You want to take his foot and flip that in. You want to make sure that this ankle tilt is locked into place, so push it up. It will snap into place. And you want to take the leg and you want to bring it out at this hinge there and then bend the knee up. Once you've done that, kind of get this out of the way so you can see what you're doing. You now want to bring this up. You want to make sure this compresses all the way. So it's looking like that. And you just want to then just bend this up. There'll be a tab slot connection here and also tab slot connections right here for the tank treads. So just line that up, tab that in, line that up, and get that all clipped together. So it's looking like that. And guess what? The second verse is just like the first. So take this bit, flip it to the front, flip up that toe, make sure that ankle tilt is locked into place, which it is. Bring that out, bring this up, and then make sure you compress this all the way, and then line all this up, get that all sitting together, like so. Then you got this little front piece of the tread, just flip that up, and flip that up, oops, and things came undone. How dare you, disrespectful disrespect. There you go, you got that section all done. And we're at the home stretch here. You just want to take these panels and flip them out. Then you want to take this whole section and rotate it 180. Now you're going to bring this down, and you have these tabs on the sides, which are going to go into these slots right there. Just bring that down. You also have tabs and slots that will happen right here as well. So just bring all that down and just kind of open that up enough so you can just wedge this in here. And everything should just seat into place. Like so. And like so. Oops. There we go. There we go. Get that all situated like that. Then you want to take these sections, just bring them in, lock those in place, and there you go. There we have the Triple T KUP in his alt mode. Good spin out of him too. Get back here, old man. But yeah, there we have KUP in his alt mode. And it's that Triple T, apparently. But yeah. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Definitely does look good. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at some little details. Now we have an Autobot symbol front and center. Again, USA, American flag. Got Sergeant Slaughter there on the side. We have some numberage here. KDP3 1586. United States, G.I. Joe logo. Star right up top. Got some bits of silver on the top as well as on the side. Nice little seat there. And just to note, this is basically supposed to be kind of like a little, like a little handle for the whatever Joe you have sitting here to hold on to. Now the instructions want you to have this flipped all the way in for robot mode, and I can never get this flipped all the way in. Like it just stops there. And I feel like if I force it, I'll break it, so I never have it flipped all the way back, so I just kind of leave it out. But anywho, you have the back. A bit of detail going on there. And there is the top, there is the bottom. He does have some rolling wheels, so he can roll as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with the other crossovers in their alt modes, and they look quite good together. So there you go. Now as far as weaponry, it can be stored in the alt mode. The missiles will just plug in right here on either side, as well as these blasters here. They'll just peg into the sides right there and right there. So you have your storage for those. And if we come back here, we have storage for our other accessories. So the backpack, you could plug right back here. This gun can clip right there. And Slaughter's little beaten stick can clip right there. So you have your storage. Hooray for storage. And of course your Joes can man the Triple T here, so we can put Sergeant Slaughter in the cockpit. We can have him holding this if you want. Do what you want there. Now for Leatherneck, there are posts on either side here, so if you want to plug him and just have him, on the side like that, you can do so. Things you can do if you want to do it, or you can open this back section up and have Leatherneck just kind of manning this station back here. As always, your toy, display it however you wish, but there you go. So there you have the Triple T KUP, and yeah, this is a pretty good crossover. Like I said earlier in the review, this figure is definitely, it does feel a lot more solid than the other three G.I. Joe crossovers we've gotten, which is a nice surprise. The robot mode, of course, makes a lot of sacrifices for the new alt mode, but the alt mode looks fantastic. They always do. It's a pretty intuitive transformation, pretty fun to mess with. So all in all, I am pretty pleased with this one. Definitely am. So there you go. Now I picked this up from BigBadToyStore.com. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover KUP Triple T, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, Cup, what's with the new getup? I enlisted in a new branch, lad. Pretty rough, too. The sergeant is a strict one. Oh, come on, how bad could he be? Drop and give me 20, you robo-maggots! Yes, sir! Dismissed. Thank you, sir. And I thought Galvatron was scary.